What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's solve this math question that says find the values of x for which the square root of 5 minus x is equal to 5 minus x squared. Well, our first step will be for us to remove this square root by taking the square of both sides. So on the left hand side, we have the square root of 5 minus x, and on the right hand side we have 5 minus x squared. Now let's remove the square roots by taking the square of both sides. Now notice that this square cancels out the square root so that we have 5 minus x on the left hand side to be equal to, now the right hand side is of the form a minus b, all squared. And this is expanded as a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Now let's expand this like this. So this can be 5 squared minus 2 times 5 times x squared, and then plus x squared raised to power 2. Very good. Just like this. And then simplifying further, we have 5 minus x to be equal to, I'm going to be leaving this like this, so 5 squared minus 2 times 5 times x squared is 10x squared. And then plus x squared to the power of 2. Remember, from indices, powers multiply, so 2 times 2 gives 4. So I have x to the 4th. Very good. Now our next step will be for us to move 5 minus x to the right hand side. So we have 0 left on the left hand side to be equal to, now this is 5 squared minus 10x squared. Now I'll be moving this 5. So when I move 5, it becomes minus 5. And then plus x to the 4th. Now let's move this negative x. When I move negative x to the right, it becomes plus x. Very good. Well, this equation is same as, I'll be writing this on the left hand side. So we have 5 squared minus 10x squared minus 5 plus x to the 4th plus x. This is equal to, and I'll be writing this on the right, 0. Very good. Now, since I have 5 squared here, I'm going to be writing this equation as a quadratic equation in terms of 5. How do I do that? I've already got 5 squared. Now notice that negative is common, so I can factor out negative. Then open bracket. Now see that 5 is also common, so let me bring out 5. So 10x squared divided by 5, that is 2x squared. Now, since negative is already factored out, that means I'm going to be having plus here. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. Very good. And then plus x to the 4th plus x equal to 0. Very good. So we have a quadratic equation in terms of 5. Now, we can use quadratic formula to solve this. Well, if we're using quadratic formula, that means a is a coefficient of 5 squared, that is 1. B is a coefficient of 5, that is negative 2x squared plus 1. And then C is x to the 4th plus x. Very good. And since we have a quadratic equation in terms of 5, that means our quadratic formula will be 5 equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now let's substitute this into our quadratic formula to solve. So now substituting, we have 5 to be equal to negative b. So this is the negative outside. Then b is having negative 2x squared plus 1. Very good. And then plus or minus the square root of b squared. So b is negative 2x squared plus 1. And I'm going to be squaring this. Very good. Minus 4 times a times c. So 4 times a. What is a? A is 1 times c. C is x to the fourth plus x. So x to the fourth plus x. Very good. All over. Now the denominator, 2 times a, that is 2 times 1. And then simplifying further, we have 5 to be equal to negative times negative gives positive. So I'm going to be having 2x squared plus 1. And then plus or minus the square root of. Now, remember that this is an even power, which makes this negative to become positive. Now, let's work this out. 2x squared all raised to the power of 2 gives 4x to the fourth. Then 2 times 2x squared times 1, this will give 4x squared. Very good. And then plus 1 squared is 1. Very good. So we've been able to expand this. Minus. Now 4 times 1 is 4. Now so 4 times x to the fourth will give 4x to the fourth. Then this negative times this positive gives negative. So 4 times x is 4x. Very good. So all over the denominator, 2 times 1, that is 2. So simplifying what we have here, you see that 4x to the fourth minus 4x to the fourth will be gone. So we have 5 to be equal to, this is 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus the square root of. Now I'm left with 4x squared minus 4x and then plus 1. Very good. So all over 2. So now the good thing about what we have inside of this square root is that this is a perfect square. So we have 5 to be equal to, this is 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus the square root of. Now writing this in perfect square is 2x minus 1 all squared. Very good. So all over the denominator 2. Now notice that the square root and the square cancels out, so that we have 5 equal to, this is 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus. Now what we have remaining here will be 2x minus 1 all over 2. Very good. So now let's split this into two cases. So we have 5 to be equal to, this is 2x squared plus 1, go with the plus 2x minus 1 all over 2. Or the other one, we have 5 to be equal to 2x squared plus 1. Now this time go with the minus 2x minus 1 all over 2. Very good. So this is our case 1 and this is our case 2. So let's solve these cases one after the other. So we start with case 1. So for case 1, let's simplify what we have here. Now notice that 1 minus 1 will be gone. So I have 5 to be equal to, this is 2x squared plus 2x remaining all over 2. See that 2 is common on the numerator. So we have 5 to be equal to, now factor out 2 out. So 2x squared divided by 2, I'm going to be having x squared plus 2x divided by 2, I'll be having x all over the denominator 2. So 2 can cancel out 2, so that we have 5 to be equal to x squared plus x. Now let's move 5 to the right hand side. So 0 will be left here, equal to, so I've got x squared plus x, and as 5 crosses, it becomes minus 5. Very good. So we can also write this like this. I'll be writing this on the left hand side, which is x squared plus x minus 5 equal to, then I'll be writing the 0 on the right hand side. Very good. So we have a quadratic equation that we're going to solve, and we're going to be using the quadratic formula. So a here is a coefficient of x squared, that is 1. B is a coefficient of x, which is also 1, while c is a constant term, which is negative 5. Since we're looking for x, x will be, using the quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So let's substitute. X will be negative b. What is b? B is 1 plus or minus the square root of b is 1. So 1 squared minus 4 times a times c. A is 1 times c. C is negative 5 all over 2 times a. That is 2 times 1. So this becomes x equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared is 1. And then negative 4 times 1 times negative 5 gives plus 20. All over 2 times 1 is 2. So simplifying further, x will be equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 20 is 21 all over 2. Very good. So we've got two values of x here. We've got negative 1 plus the square root of 21 all over 2, or negative 1 minus the square root of 21 all over 2. So now let's go for our case 2. Case 2. So let's remind us of our case 2. So here is our case 2. Now let's go ahead and solve this. So for our case 2, now let's open up this bracket. So we have 5 to be equal to 2x squared plus 1. Using this negative to open up the bracket, we have negative 2x. And then negative times negative is positive 1. Very good. All over 2. So this simplifies into 5 equal to, this is 2x squared minus 2x. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. All over 2, which is the denominator. So 5 now becomes, notice that 2 is common, so we can factor out 2. Now 2x squared divided by 2, I have x squared, minus 2x divided by 2, I have x, plus, now 2 divided by 2 is 1, all over 2. Now notice that these 2 can cancel out. So leaving behind 5 to be equal to x squared minus x plus 1. So now let's move 5 to the right hand side. So this will be x squared minus x plus 1. And as 5 crosses to the right, it becomes minus 5, leaving 0 on the left. So then simplifying further, 0 will be equal to x squared minus x. 1 minus 5 is minus 4. Very good. Well, this equation is the same as, I'll write this on the left hand side. So this is x squared minus x minus 4 equal to, then I'll write the 0 on the right. So now let's solve this using the quadratic formula. Our a from here is a coefficient of x squared, and that is 1. Our b is the coefficient of x, and that's negative 1. And our c is the constant term, which is negative 4. And since we're looking for x, our quadratic formula will be negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Very good. So now let's substitute into our quadratic formula. So now substituting, we have x to be equal to minus b. So minus b is negative 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared, that is negative 1 squared, minus 4 times a times c. So 4 times a is 1, times c is negative 4. All over 2 times a, that is 2 times 1. Very good. So making x to be equal to negative times negative is positive, so I'm going to be having positive 1 here, plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared is 1. And also, negative 4 times 1 times negative 4 gives plus 16. Very good. So all over 2 times 1, that is 2. So x now becomes 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 16 is 17. All over the denominator 2. So we've got other two values of x here. 1 plus the square root of 17 all over 2, or 1 minus the square root of 17 all over 2. Well, we can't say all four values of x are correct solution to our equation. That is because of the nature of our equation. Now let's check if these four values of x are really correct. Let's go. So, well, this is the original equation given to us. And since we're not dealing with complex numbers, it goes to show that what we have inside of the square root must be positive. And looking at the right hand side, so the square root is a positive one. So that means this result, which is 5 minus x squared, must also be positive. So what am I saying? I'm saying that 5 minus x squared must be positive. Very good. And what are our solutions for x? We have the first value of x to be negative 1 plus the square root of 21 all over 2. We've got the second value of x to be negative 1 minus the square root of 21 all over 2. You can see that I separated the plus and minus. Then our third value of x is 1 plus the square root of 17 all over 2. Then our fourth value of x is 1 now minus the square root of 17 all over 2. So which of these four values of x fit here? Now, if I have to substitute this here, I'm going to have this expression to be positive. So this is a solution. And why? How do I know that? It is because I have negative here and I have positive here, which will make this result to be positive. But when I have the same signs, that means I have negative here and I also have negative here. As long as what is here and what is here are the same sign, and I plot it here, this will result to a negative value. So this is rejected. Now look at this. We have two positive signs. We have plus here and we have plus here. The same sign, which means if I plug this here, it will result negative. But what I'm interested in is positive, so I'm going to be rejecting this as well. Now watch here. This is positive 1 and this is negative. So since both signs are different, when I slot it here, I'm going to be having a positive result from here, which means this is also a solution for x. So x, which is this first value of x, and this other value of x are the only solutions to our given equation. Well, feel free to share your ideas in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video and have learned something from this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming videos. And like I always say, until next time, take care.